Welcome, welcome. I'm Holly with Hollie Hobbies, and if you're here, just say hello. I'm going to get all set up and we're going to get started. All right, if you're here, just leave me a message in the chat so I know everything's working good, and we're going to get started here. This is not my normal live day, but I decided to come on live. All right. Just going to wait and see if anybody shows up here. I know I normally go live on Thursdays, which I will be going live tomorrow as well. I just wanted to pop in and do another live today because this is something that I had promised everybody I was going to do, and I always keep my promises. So we're going to do it live. And I don't see anybody in the chat yet. I'm not sure if it's working or not. Okay, there we go. Hi, Renee. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. I wasn't sure if it was working right or not. Okay. Hey, Lori. Lori's from frigid snow in Western New York. Hello, Lily. Welcome. Welcome, Alice and Kathy. All right. Welcome. So I wanted to pop in and do this extra live this week because I had promised you that we were going to make the angel wing wreaths on a 17-inch wreath frame, and I wanted to compare it with the 12-inch to compare the different sizes. And I've had some followers that are waiting on this one. So I thought, you know what? Let's pop in and do it live. Thank you, Lori. It's that Bondi Boost, I tell you, it's been my best friend. It is so easy to use, and you don't even need a curling iron. It's just a blow dry and a curl, and it's in and out. You're done. I'm loving that. Because I'm like, I got to get ready quick. I'm not one of those girls that take a long time to get ready. So that thing has been a dream. We were talking about it on one of my lives. Hey, Donna, welcome. Belinda and Craft and Kathy, Jerry Ray, Lady Rivers, hello, hello. All right, well, you know me. I got my coffee, I got my water, and we're going to get started. I did most of the prep ahead of time. So, hello, Joyce. So, hopefully this live won't take as long as some of my lives have turned out to be. They get a little carried away sometimes, and I've really tried to speed them up, and they just crafting takes time. It takes time. Let me make sure I'm in the frame. All right, so we're gonna get started, and we're going to prep this. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's in the Valentine's section. It's the first time I've ever seen it. It's a 17-inch wire wreath frame, and keep in mind that you can do this on any of the heart wreath frames. I've done one recently, a tutorial where I used the 12-inch Hobby Lobby wreath frame, and you could get those on Amazon. It's nice that Hobby Lobby has them every year because I was running into the problem with my very first angel wing tutorial where it's done on the Dollar Tree heart wreath frame. And those, as we all know, are getting really hard to find. So I wanted to give people some options. And we're going to see what it looks like. So let's start by prepping this wreath frame. And we're always going to cut out this bottom section. I don't know if I'm going to cut out the whole section or maybe just leave it about halfway. But let's just start clipping some of this off and get this prepped and ready to go. And these usually break out pretty easy as long as you have little heavy duty floral wire clippers. We'll try that. I've noticed they're a little on the flimsy side, so hopefully this won't break. And we're going to bend it. We want to bend it because that's what's going to give us that angel wing shape, okay? And debating if I should go a little bit higher with these. Let's just take it to the right below the crossbar. And if you have any questions along the way, just leave them in the chat and I'll try to answer everything. Sometimes the chats will go past me when I'm crafting, but I'll try to get back, swing back around and make sure I answer any questions. Hello, Teresa and Frida. Hello, hello. Getting ready for an ice and snowstorm, Glenda says. Going to bring all my wreath supplies in and hunker down. Yes, I've been seeing that a lot on Facebook, that there's a lot of nasty weather going around, and what a great time to craft, right? When you're stuck inside the house. Cheers, Lady Rivers. Cheers. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. First, let me just get a couple sips of coffee. It's freezing in Chicago. Well, you know what? Just dream of those spring flowers, and springtime will be coming hopefully soon for everybody, and they could thaw out and warm up. Rosario, cheers. Cheers. Okay. I just like to get a couple sips before I get started, and then we'll get going here, I promise. And I'm just going to take some electrical tape. You can use any kind of tape. And we're just going to tape around that end there so it's not poking on the mesh. Wow, state of emergency in Texas. Oh my gosh. And wasn't not too long ago, it got pretty warm in Texas. All right. And you're not going to see this tape. It's just helping so those cut ends don't poke on the mesh and stuff. There was a 60 car pileup. Oh my gosh. That is so scary. It was out from the snow, Lori. So we've been having a lot of fog here in California, and there was a huge pileup because of the fog not too long ago here. I would be petrified to drive in the snow. Just because I didn't grow up in that. I don't know how to drive in that kind of weather, and I definitely would not be hitting the road. But I know people have to work and they have things they have to do. Oh, Heather. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get choked up. I'm so glad you're here, friend. And that message meant so much to me. I don't want to share your story here, but I just want you to know how much your message meant to me. Sorry, I get really emotional sometimes, and I get the most beautiful messages from people that really give me the fuel to do what I do. And crafting, it really does reach a lot of people, and crafting, as we all know, is very therapeutic in so many ways. So I'm sorry. Thank you for that. That really touched my heart, really. And I'm glad that you're here with us live. We have a lot of fun live, and usually I go live on Thursdays, but today is a spontaneous live, and I wanted to do these angel wings on the 17-inch wire wreath frame. Okay, so let's see here. Let me grab well, first let me grab a Kleenex. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lady Rivers. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That means so much. All of you are just amazing. I have the best followers ever, and I couldn't do what I do without all of you. So thank you for your love and support. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my zip ties, but first I'm going to show you, let me hold it, let's see, so you can see a little bit better. We're going to be doing these wings, okay? And there's going to be, if you notice, the seam is on the inside on the left and the right, and I'm going to show you the different ways how to do it, because that's how you have to do the angel wings. So you make even amounts of it one way and even amounts on the other way. And we're going to do that right now. So what I did was I went ahead and prepped, I put that off to the side. I prepped some Deco mesh. This is just from Hobby Lobby, and I cut it with my wood burner tool, and they're cut at 10 inches. And when I did my last angel ring wreath tutorial, I used the pre-cut squares, and then I guess Hobby Lobby doesn't carry them anymore, but you can find them at other places. It really made it very convenient, but you don't need the pre-cut squares. You can cut them yourself. So let's go ahead and, oh, Rosario, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to start. I have some silicone rubber bands, and we're going to start with it on the one side. Okay, so I'm just, if you notice, you have finished edges on your mesh. So I'm bringing the bottom corner up, and I want this finished edge. I'm just going to explain it a couple times, and then I'll finish prepping these. I want the bottom edge to go over the unfinished edge, because when we fold the petal, this is the part that we're going to see on that finished edge. So you want that really nice. And I'm not so much worried about the other side, what the other side looks like right now. I'm just focusing on this side, and we're making our triangle, and we're pinching and grabbing right down to that point. And then I'm bringing my petals in half. Now the trick to this, what I've learned after doing a lot of these, is when I put my rubber band in, I'm doing them slightly off, they're not exactly even. So this is going to be my good side, and this is the side that gets folded under. So that side, if you notice, I'm making it just slightly shorter. Okay, I'm so sorry. I meant to warn you. If that happens, just hang in there. I'm not going to stop the live. It will come back. I have noticed, even though I have my notifications on, this has happened a couple lives, and I believe it's happening when spam calls come in, whether my notifications are turned on off or not. So I just keep that in mind. Just hang in there. I'll come back. It'll pop back, and then everything should be going back. I'm not sure what part you saw, but I make it slightly, see how it's just tad bit smaller than the other side. So this is my good side. And now I'm just going to flip my petal and kind of form that angel wing. And I'm just constantly shaping, flipping, and I'm getting that nice edge to show, because that's what's going to make the beautiful angel wing. So let's do another one together, and then I'll show you how to do it the other way. So I'm going up this way. So if I'm coming up the left side, it's going to be, the petal's going to be on that finish edge on the left. Just think of it like that. So I'm coming back up, and I'm making sure that everything, that finish edge is hiding the ugly edge, because remember that this is what you're going to see. You're not going to see this. So don't try to get all this perfect, because that doesn't matter. And now we're just pinching and grabbing down the center, folding our petal in half. And this side is shortly, a little bit shorter than that side, because that way when we fold it, that bottom side's not sticking up over the other side. See, it just kind of fits right in there. And I'm just shaping and getting it the way I want. Now these aren't, every petal is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be exact. One trick that I like to do is I like to use the first half of the rolls, because they make nicer petals. When your mesh starts to get really curly, they start getting really hard to make a nice petal. So I save the other half of the rolls, and I can use those in another project. And you know, there's no waste. You'll end up using the mesh. But I do that same thing with my pumpkin wreaths, and I use that first half because it just makes a really pretty petal. All right, hello everyone, welcome. If you're new here, let us know, and everybody will welcome you. If you could give this live a thumbs up, it really helps me and my channel. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right down below. It makes it really easy on the lives. And Lady Rivers, your wood burner quit working. Oh no. Are you talking about the tool, or are you talking about, is it something like a heater at home? Okay. All right. So now we're going to do the petals on the finished edge on the right side. So just think about it like that. Now I'm bringing the bottom up on this side, and that finished edge is on the right. And that's the only difference. The petal's the same. You're doing it on different sides. Okay, and taking your time with your petals, I think, is the most important thing. People will ask me all the time, how do you get your petals like that? Or, you know, mine fray, or mine don't turn out like that. It's just, you have to take your time with the petals. You're not rushing it. You're taking your time, and then you're going to create a beautiful wreath every time. And that means taking your time when you're wood burning. You're cutting your mesh because you want that edge to seal. Now this isn't the best mesh, but it makes beautiful angel wings. And you know, I know people say, oh, it frays, but if you just take your time, you don't want to handle it that much, because of course the more you handle it, the more opportunity it's to fray. But see the difference? Now we have that finish edged on that inside and on the left and the right. So same petal, just the way you're lifting up your mesh. All right, so we're just gonna prep some more together. Hello, Olive, welcome, welcome. And Wileen, welcome. Welcome, everybody. We're so happy to have you. And we're just going to keep prepping. If you have any questions on this part, just let me know. But I really think that that is the trick, is making this just a little uneven right here at this point. To make sure that this nestles behind that one, and then you don't see any of that edges that you don't want to see. And then we just bend it over and just spend a little time shaping it. And I prefer the angel wings in the Deco mesh. I think they look, I mean, I've done them in the poly burlap and this, but I think they flow and they just are so beautiful with this regular Deco mesh. And this has the foil, so it has that iridescent, and it just gives it such a pretty look. Just like with the cross wreaths, I prefer the cross wreaths in the regular Deco mesh. We're so glad to have you. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad that you found me and that you're joining us live. We like to have a lot of fun on our lives, and I have started going live. This is a new journey for me. It hasn't been that long. And everybody has been so supportive and so sweet that it just keeps me coming back week after week, because I love spending time with all of you. I was petrified to go live for 2 years. And now I absolutely love hanging out, crafting with everyone, talking about all of our fun future things that we're gonna do. Waiting for that sunshine to come back out. I've been working on my next couple tutorials because I got a busy rest of the month. So I've been working on my paw print wreath, and that has been a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. So I can't wait to share that with you. Oh, I'm missing a lot of messages. Sorry. Let's see. The length, Lady Rivers, is 10 inches. So this is a 10-inch Deco mesh, and we cut it at 10 inches because we want to have a square, a perfect square. Marilyn, welcome from Virginia. Oh, Lori is going outside taking Vito and Lucy. Oh my gosh, 20 degrees. And she's got St. Bernards, and they love playing in the snow. And they are the cutest things ever, Vito and Lucy. Yes, it is, Donna. I agree. It really is. And I really have a lot of big plans planned for my channel and for different things that I want to do. And I would love to be able to figure out, I just have to really sit and implement the strategy, is about that monthly crafting where we all there's a special group I want to do where we prep a monthly wreath together, and then we all craft it together, where everybody has time to get their supplies. And I think that would be really fun, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. So that's definitely a 2026 goal. All right, so I got a few more pieces to prep here. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the prep just to wait and see how many we're going to use for each side. This is the first time I've done it on the 17-inch, so I'm not sure how many it's going to take. So I need to go grab my zip ties. I'll be right back. And then we're going to start adding our wings. Rosario, you look like a professional. That's so sweet. Thank you, Rosario. I really appreciate that. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some zip ties. My zip ties got all messed up. So I got a little bit of everything here. I definitely need to order some more zip ties. Okay, so remember we have finished edge. I guess I'll call it left and right when we hang them down. I'll just say, well, let's do it this way. Okay, so we have the finished edge on the left and right, okay? So you can do this angel wing different ways. I prefer to do it with the curved side in, but you can also do it with the curved side out. So that is totally up to you. Actually, I probably should do another one with the curved side out, just because I've never done the curved side out. I've seen them. I just always end up doing it with the curved side in. So I'm going to stick to the curved side in until I experiment with the other way, because this is the way that I like to do them and I'm used to doing them. So, but like I said, it's up to you if you want to do curved side out or curved side in. But whatever you decide to do, just stick with the same thing. All right. So I'm just going to start zip tying, and we're just going to get ready and start. And I'm starting with the curved side in, and whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other side as well. So that makes it nice and easy. You're just mirroring what you do. And I like to start off with 2 singles. Now, if you sell wreaths, this is a great seller, the angel wings. Everybody loves the angel wings. They mean a lot to people, and they are great. If you have a business, if you have an Etsy shop, I would definitely suggest adding some angel wings to your store if you do craft fairs, because they are a huge hit all the time. And they're actually really fun to make, and they're very easy to make. And you could do so much with them. You could customize them, and so whatever I'm doing on one side, I'm doing on the other. And I have my 2 different piles separated over there. I need to get more zip ties, I'm realizing. And once you get all your petals prepped, that's pretty much the most time consuming part of the wreath. So Lady Rivers, you're in I'm sorry, Lady Rivers. That is no fun being in constant pain. So this is what we have with the curved sides in. So I have 2 singles on each side. And now we're going to continue up our wreath. Make sure I grab the right ones here. Okay, so what I'm doing on one side, I'm going to do on the other side. So I'm going to start with the inside number 1, or the number 3 bar. I name it from the outgoing in. Try to find my smaller zip ties. And I'm starting on the inside. There's just a couple little tricks that I like to do with this. And now I want to make sure that I do the inside first on this side as well. That's one thing that I didn't do when I did my last tutorial until I was almost done with the tutorial. And I mean, you couldn't tell, but I thought if I did it again, I'm going to make sure I do, you know, the inside first and then the outside, or vice versa, and keep it consistent. Of course, no one could tell, but I could tell. And, you know, I didn't want to redo the whole thing, so I just left it. But, so that's the one trick. And then now we're going on the number 1. So the next ones, we're just using the number 1 and the number 3. And the first 2, we use the middle bar. And you can always adjust these. Move them up, move them down, spread them out however you want. And we're doing that same thing on the other side. And then the other tip, when we get to the next row, I'm going to explain that because it's a very similar technique that I did in my cross wreath. And I decided to do it in this wreath, and I think it turns out really good. It's just the way the petals lay. Okay. So you see how it starts coming together pretty fast. So here's the other trick or tip. Not really a trick, but it's what I do. So the next one that I start with, when you're ready to start that next row, I start with the one that's on top. And like I said, it's the same way I do my cross wreaths. And it just, the way, if you do it like that, they just lay on top of each other very nicely. Instead of going on the inside, I'm going to go right on top of that last one that I did, which was the number 1. The one that's on top, just think of it like that. That's where you start with. And I'm putting that one on top. And then we're doing that number 3 bar next. Yeah, I'm curious what the size of this is going to be versus the 12-inch. Have you all seen these wreath forms at Hobby Lobby this year? This is the first time I've seen them. All right, so the same thing with this side. This was my last one I did. This is the one that's on top, and that's the one we're going to start with on the other side. Bye, Olive. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen them, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a staple every year. I did grab a couple because I wanted to do a heart wreath with one too, but I'm not going to have, I got to move on to spring and Easter now. Because if you watch my lives, you know that's my hardest thing, is moving on to that next season. I'm going to be doing my very last Valentine tutorial, or not tutorial, but live. Tomorrow will be my very last Valentine design. And then I'll be moving on and start planning out my next plan of attack for the other designs that will be coming up, because I've been very anxious to start fusing that mesh and showing you different ways to fuse mesh together and to create different colors. And I'm just trying to even them out a little bit. This is a ways from the crossbar. 1, 2, 2, 2. Try to keep them even. Yeah, so I have a lot of things planned. I had a big shipment from Craft Outlet with different mesh, and we're going to be having a lot of fun showing you how to fuse mesh to create different colors. Yeah, this was the first year. Usually I've seen the other ones that I've done a tutorial with the preloaded heart ones, but I've never, I never saw these before, so. Okay. Just trying to get them even here. All right. Okay, sorry, just making sure I had that right. Okay, so the same thing with the next one. And we could push these right on top of each other if we want to really get a full wreath. But it really starts getting nice and full as we go along. So the same thing, this was my last one, so now I'm going to do my next one on top of that. And if everyone can remember to give this live a thumbs up, it really helps me and my channel. I was telling you last time I felt like my watch hours were stuck, and there was an error on the YouTube side. And so now my watch hours are starting to catch up. So that made me feel really good, because I thought, why is this not working when I'm putting in all the work and I'm not seeing my numbers move? So I'm very happy to start seeing my numbers move again. They still haven't quite fixed everything, but they're working on it. And so this one, As long as I know it's on their end and not mine, then I'm good. Hi, Brenda. Oh, thank you, Lori, for the floating heart jewels. I appreciate that, friend. And not sure how many it's going to take. So hopefully I prepped enough. If not, we'll have to prep some more. Because I want to say on the 12-inch, it takes 16 on each side. So I figured it's going to at least take 20 or more on this one. But I'm excited to get to the fusing of the mesh, because it's really fun to see how that works. How you can create your own color palette just by fusing mesh. So we're at that first crossbar and we're starting to fill up here. And we can always bend it a little bit more if it's, you just don't want those touching to get that angel wing look. And I'll have to do another one with the petals turned out. Like I said, I've never done one, but I've seen them. They both look really beautiful. I have an idea that I want to do. I didn't get a chance to figure it out, but I'd like to figure out an easy way to add a picture frame. And I think I have a few ideas how to do that. So I think that would be really, really beautiful to do. And if you sold these angel ring wreaths, I think that would be really special, where people could put a picture of their loved one. Thank you, Alicia. I really appreciate that. The flower jewels. Thank you, friends. I appreciate that so much. Donna says, sorry if I miss some. Oh, if you're getting that stow. Yeah, everybody be safe. Don't be driving out in that crazy weather. Lori, how is Vito been? Has he had another episode since our last live? How's that medicine working? So I'm starting, just like we're just staying in that same pattern. We are going to adjust the pattern when we start coming up around this curve here. Oh, Lady Rivers, I will. He is not in here, which I cannot believe. He's out there with my husband. He was sleeping on the couch when the live started, so I thought, okay. He has been Mr. Lazy Bones. The weather, I mean, I hate to talk about cold here in California because it's nothing like you guys are experiencing. It's not that kind of cold, but it's cold for us Californians. Foggy, drizzly, cold, and he doesn't like to go out in that. And you know, where there's dew on the grasses and stuff, he hates to walk on that. He hates anything wet and cold, so he's been Mr. Lazy Bones in the house these past couple days. A little too cold for him to go on his walk because that cold air and his breathing don't do very well together. But yeah, he's been snoozing it up on his blanket and the couch. But normally he's right here in my craft room. And if you don't know Turbo or hear me talk about him, and if you watch any of my tutorials, you'll hear some snoring, some snorts in the background, and that is my pug, Turbo. Thank you, Belinda. She says, I've only made 2 Deco mesh wreaths so far, a Valentine's wreath, and I'm almost finished with St. Patrick's. Awesome! I'm so happy, Belinda. Are you using, oh yeah, the 2 Deco mesh. Well, it seems like once you start using that Deco mesh, you're hooked. That's how it was for me too. I never knew what it was. I had seen it in the stores. I had no idea what to do with it or what people did with it. And then once I started working with it, I never went back to anything. Before that, I was doing grapevine wreaths, and I tossed all my grapevine wreaths, even though I'll still do some grapevine wreaths, but and it was all about the mesh. I mean, it just changed my whole world because it is addicting. So let's see. Heather says, I'm a little intimidated to make the petals for the wings, but hoping to add a picture frame to mine. Going to try to work on this tomorrow. Finishing my 3rd cross wreath today. Oh, friend, I love that. I love that. Well, Heather, if you've been making the cross wreaths, and it is almost the exact petal, except you're folding it in half. So we can make a few more together, and I think if you just follow those couple little tricks, as far as making that one end just a little bit lower, the one that you're going to fold into the good side. So it's the same way. Your angel wing or your cross petals, same exact thing. You're just folding the other one onto the back and making one. So I just want you to know that since you're new to my channel, that you can always share with me any pictures. There is a community tab on my YouTube channel, and it does allow people to share pictures now, which is nice. So I get a lot of pictures of people's wreaths, of your animal, like whatever you love, you can share on my community tab, and I would love to see what you've been doing, and it just really makes me happy to see everyone's creations. But once you start making one, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is super easy. You got it. So right now we're still on that number 1 and number 3 bar. Let's see, Amanda asked, where's the best place for Deco mesh? Well, so far I'm going to be branching out a little bit more, but right now my favorite 2 that I love to shop at are Craft Outlet and TMI Gifts. And if you ever shop with TMI Gifts, you can use my personal coupon code. It's available to my followers only, and it's HH20, and you'll save 20% off checkout at TMI Gifts. They have wonderful mesh. So does Craft Outlet. They both have beautiful ribbon. Both have beautiful wreath attachments, and I really love. Those are my 2, but I have gotten a lot of recommendations from people with other small businesses that sell mesh that I'm going to start purchasing from, and then I can. I don't like to recommend anything unless I personally buy and use their supplies. So I can't really recommend the other ones until I purchase from them. But those are my 2 go-tos. And I do have a couple unboxing videos that I've done live. So if you want to kind of check out some of what Craft Outlet has to offer, the 2 unboxings I did were from Craft Outlet. One was mostly mesh. one was ribbon. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'll be placing another order tonight with TMI Gifts because I need to stock up on some more Easter ribbon. I went a little carried away on Valentine's Day ribbon, and I was a little bit too late on the mark on that. I just got excited. So that's okay. I'm going to have it for next year, and I've already got to use a lot of it. So that made me happy. Thank you, Lady Rivers. Thank you. We're getting there. It starts to really take shape, like pretty quick. So, and you're just mirroring each side. Yes, yes. They are very good quality mesh. I'm getting ready to do another, I think this was from Craft, now I'm trying to think. This was from Craft Outlet, but like, look at their beautiful mesh. I'm going to use this for tomorrow night's live. I've been dying to use this mesh. And yeah, we're going to have some fun with that tomorrow. Lady Rivers, yes, I do sell some of my wreaths in my Etsy store. And you can always look at those, or you can always private message me individually on my, or personally on my Facebook Messenger if there's something in particular. I'm starting to list a few more now. I'm starting to embrace my Etsy store again, and I'm going to start adding more things that I make here on my lives, and just certain things. Not getting carried away. I'm only making ones that I really enjoy. I'm only selling ones that I really enjoy making. So you use that mesh for a Valentine's wreath. Oh, did you love it, Lily? It looks so soft. I can't wait to use it. Yes, Lady River. So just message me and we can work something out, okay? Just tell me what you like, and we'll figure it out together. All right. So make sure, if you're new here, to give this live a thumbs up, because it will help me get out into that crazy algorithm that we all want to get out into. We want our content to get pushed out to more people. And just by doing all that stuff, like, share, comment, everything that you hear people say, it really does help us. So if you follow me on Facebook, or if you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you find me on Facebook. And I'll usually give a lot of little glimpses of what's coming, what we're doing in the lives, what my next tutorial is. And then I try to give all of you an inside scoop that I usually don't give to other people. So that is always, I like sharing things like that with all of you live. And I am excited about the paw print wreath. That's coming up. And I have just the best followers that gave me so many tips and tricks, because I haven't done one of those before. And I am loving it. And I'm going to be doing a cat one too. Okay, so we haven't quite got to this arch yet. I mean, we're almost at the arch where we're going to stop doing the 1 and 3 bar. And we're going to add just a couple more as we start coming around this little point right here. It was easy to work with. Ooh, and so soft and cuddly. Yeah, I think it's gonna, I really like what I have picked out for that, for the design tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be my very last Valentine's Day design. What style did you use on the Unique in the Creek board, Lily? Did you use the regular round, or did you use the a different one? I have a few more of their boards. I want to start making a few more designs on those. I love working with the boards too. I like doing a little bit of everything, working on different wreaths and different boards, and because they're all so fun. This is going to be really, I think, pretty big. The large one. All right. I've worked on the large, the small, the one with the hole in the middle. That one's really fun. And the character board, which I was loving that. I did a nativity scene that glued it onto the middle of the character board, and then did the rest of the design around that, and that was really fun. Okay, so we're coming up, and I find that because these bars are, I mean, you could do it however you want, but for me, I find that since these bars are closer together than the Dollar Tree heart wreath frame, that I don't need to use that middle bar. I think I only use it like one time when we're coming up around here. And I still think the way you lay the mesh like that, it just gives it a nice coverage. The large and the candy cane. I've never used their candy cane, but it looks cute. I almost bought some candy at the Dollar Tree. They had all the Christmas stuff was clearanced out, and that included the candy cane wreaths, and I was gonna buy them, and then I thought I already have enough. I don't need to buy more. But then I thought maybe I should have bought them because there were so many people that couldn't find the candy cane wreath when I was doing a lot of the candy cane wreaths. Hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, don't feel bad, Lisa. Everyone can't find them anymore. So that's why I've been coming up with different solutions and showing. That's why I wanted to do another heart or another angel wing tutorial, the one I did on the 12-inch. I wasn't sure what it was going to look like on the 12-inch. I'll show you when we're done here, because we're going to compare them side by side. I wasn't sure what it was going to look like, but I think I liked it better than the heart, Dollar Tree heart one. So I just want to give people options because they can't find them. People are having a hard time finding those. Oh, they've been sold out too, Hobby Lobby? See, I get really lucky with Hobby Lobby. Mine always keeps them stocked every year. See, this is where you have to be careful when it starts snagging on the mesh, and then that's where the fraying starts happening. Yeah, mine keeps them stocked all year round, which is really nice. Okay, so now see how we're coming up on this arch. So now I'm not going to go on the top one like we've been doing. Now I'm going to keep this on the outside. Now we're going to improvise a little bit here to get around this curve. And the 12 inches I think you can get on Amazon too, which is nice. I think they're the same. I'm not quite sure if they're exactly the same, but they look the same. Okay, so now we're just going on that outside bar, and we're always trying to cover up the end from the previous one. We don't want those ends sticking out. So now we're going to do that same thing over here on the outside bar. Hi, Tanya, welcome. So we just made a slight modification as we're coming around this part. That's okay, Tanya. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is kind of a spontaneous live. Well, I scheduled it, but I threw in an extra live this week because I have a lot of things on my list, and this was one that I had promised everyone we were going to do. And I've had people asking, and I don't like to say I'm going to do something and not do it. So I thought, this will be a good one to do live. Because I have to say probably the angel wing wreaths are my most popular tutorials, the ones that I have on my channel. I hear somebody barking out there. Okay, so now we're coming around the corner, we're making some slight modifications, and now is when we're going to use the middle bar. We're only going to use it a couple times, maybe just this once, maybe one more time. But now I'm going to use the middle bar. So I'm just slightly making a few adjustments from the normal pattern. So it was 2 singles on the middle bar, and then we were 1 and 3 staggering until we come up around this corner, and then we did 1 just on the number 1, and now we're going to do 1 just on the middle bar. And I got to make sure I order some more zip ties. Oh, I thought I wrote it down. I started to write it down. Darn it. I wanted to tell you about that spring summit, the dates. I got my calendar together finally, and I started to write it, and then for some reason I didn't finish what I was doing. So we'll talk about that tomorrow night when I have everything on my board over here where I can give you the proper dates. But I'm very excited about that coming up. I'll be one of the guest designers. And I'm going to need you all there to support me because I'm going to be super nervous. I don't get nervous as much coming on live here on my channel as I feel like I will be going live on somebody else's channel. But we'll talk about that tomorrow once I have all the dates right and I can give you the proper date. Okay, so now we did the single bars on the middle. Lori. Oh. Her and her husband call me the West Coast Wreath Queen. And I think it's so funny. That always cracks me up. You heard Turbo, Lori? Yep, he was out there barking at the wind. Oh my gosh. Half the time I don't even know what he's barking at because we're in the country. It's not like there's a lot going on out here. But it is a busy road. And some of my tutorials, my earlier tutorials, they'd ask me if I lived near an airport because it was so loud. And I just thought that was funny because we're in the country, but we live kind of on a busy road. It's like a big dairy road. So a lot of the dairy trucks, go, and it does get a little loud. Oh, thank you, Lady Rivers. I really hope you all can be there for it. I'm going to need some support. And I think if all of you guys were there, it would make me feel a lot more comfortable to know that, my normal peeps are there and I got this. So I will give you all those details tomorrow for sure. It's towards the end of February. Okay, so we did the middle, and let's see which one we're going to do next here. So we did the outside, the inside, and now let's go back to our 1-3 pattern. So that was the only adjustment we did right there. We did the 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Then we did the outside only and the middle only. And now we're going to go to the outside, the number 1. And this is where we just start transitioning around this corner. Lori, you're going to have to make a dog paw wreath for Vito and Lucy. They're so fun. I had so much fun. I just have to put it together, but I got all the pieces done. And I thought, those would be a great thing too to sell. Like if you did craft fairs, or if you sold them on your Etsy, I think those would be a very good seller. The more I made it, I thought maybe I don't want to put these on my Etsy store because it was a lot of work wrapping that yarn around. But they're really cute. I've seen people do a lot of fun ones, even make them like a memorial one with their beloved dogs that have passed, with pictures in the paws, and there's a lot of things that you can do. The Tanya, it's the dog paw wreath. I'm making that for one of my tutorials, and I've always wanted to do one. Have you ever seen those? They're made with the heart wreath frame, and then you do 3 like little O's. I'll show you. I'll grab what I have over there and kind of, so you can have you can kind of see what it is. Okay, so we did the outside, and now I'm going to do the inside. They're just adorable. I've been wanting to make one for a long time, and I just never got around to it, and now I'm so excited. That's going to be my tutorial on February 1st. I have to start planning ahead because I need to start doing that instead of last minute, or, you know, scrambling all weekend to get a tutorial done. I've been really good at trying to stay ahead of the game, and I really want to keep practicing that for this new year, because it takes a lot of stress off when I plan ahead and I get the stuff done ahead. I already have my tutorial. I worked all day yesterday filming my tutorial for this Sunday. I got that all scheduled, and I'm working on the paw print for the following Sunday. So I'm ahead of the game. I'm happy about that. That makes me feel good, because I have a busy month and I have to schedule my stuff out because I have a very, very busy month. I'll be leaving on a cruise pretty soon, so I'm excited about that. Let me grab that. I'm going to grab the paws so you can see. Well, let's finish the last petals that I have here. Okay, so we did the single on the outside. Now we used the inside. So we used the inside twice. And now, let's see here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the 1 and 3, okay? And then we'll go over it all at the end. We'll flip it over. It's just a couple adjustments that you make coming around that corner right there. And now we're back. I'm going to go back to the 1 and the 3. And I don't know, oh no, we got some more petals cut. We'll just have to fold a couple more. And, And now I'm back to the number 3. Almost could do a number 1 right there too. Actually, this is the wrong petal. I might do a number, let's see. Sometimes it's hard to tell. These are all the same. Okay, we're gonna have to fold one for the other way. So let's add one of these over here just to mirror what we're doing. Yeah, Lori, I think you should too. That's what I've been telling my husband. I wanted him to start an Instagram and to run it about turbo. I thought that would be so fun. Like, I wouldn't have the time to do it, but I really think that he needs his own channel. Because he is a character. Take videos where he's trying to arch out of his harness because he doesn't want to walk. Oh, that was so funny when we were on the beach that time and everyone was just dying because he was done and he didn't want to walk anymore. And I'm trying to get up to take him on a little walk and he's pulling back on his harness. So I think this one we're going to do in the middle, right there. Okay, and we're going to fold some more for this other side. Yeah, pugs, they're stubborn little things and they don't want to do anything that they don't want to do. You can't force them to do anything. If they don't want to do it, forget it. They're not doing it. They're not going to move. Okay, now I'm back in that middle bar too. We're just trying to make this pretty transition around those bars. So now that one's on my left, so I need more petals on my left. And we're just making sure that left edge is over that unfinished edge, pinching and grabbing right up that middle, folding it almost in half. And now I'm making that good side go up a little bit higher. Hi, Connie. Welcome. And I did the wrong side. Gotta go up this way for that side. I don't like that piece. Sometimes if you just kind of flip your mesh around, like it folds differently, depending on where it lands in the roll. And you might like it folded one way versus the other way better. Just like that when I redid it, now I like that other side better. So it's just a constant, just figuring out what side looks the best. And adjustments, a lot of adjustments. Okay, so I'm going back to the middle bar, and see how I'm just pulling this finished edge over the yucky unfinished edge. So then when we see it, you just see this beautiful angel wing petal. And you're not seeing all that unfinished business, which that's the part that can start fraying on you. So you want to tuck that away. All right, now we're coming back on the middle bar. And there's like no right or wrong on this. It's, you just fill it up the way you want to fill it up. If you want to add more petals and make it thick, bring them closer together, then you can do that. It's just, you can move them however you want. All right, so I think this side looks like it's getting closer. So I might have to make some adjustments here. Move that one up. Yeah, I think these are going to be pretty darn big. So we'll see. We'll see what the final outcome is. All right. If everybody has, make sure, I got to remind you. Because I forget. Betty's the one that always reminds everybody for that thumbs up. Give this live a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, you can always hit that subscribe button right down below. And I release new tutorials every week, every Sunday. And I go live as well. All right, so now we're coming around the mountain when she comes. Okay, I think we're gonna stick on, I don't think I want to do this. I think I'm going to keep going in the middle. And then we'll come in with, a 1 and a 3 towards the middle here. And the middle part is where we're going to embellish it. So we're only going to go up. We only probably have to go to right here. But, yeah, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to embellish this. Good night, Lady Rivers. We'll see you next time. Bye, friend. Thanks for popping in. Oh, thank you, Rosario. I appreciate that. If anybody is not following me on Facebook, come on over. To my Facebook page. I'm really excited. I'm almost at a huge milestone. I've been working my business page. I'm back. I'm back. Boy, it froze. I had such an attractive look on my face. I'm like, oh, so thanks for hanging in there with me. And I guarantee when I get off of this live, there's going to be missed spam calls, and that's what is causing this. And I think I'm going to go on the number 3 and the number 1 and finish it like that. Hi, Connie. Welcome. Hello, hello. Yes, Tanya, I'm going to show that to you. Oh, there's any dog lover, they're going to love that wreath. And it was really easy to make. It's a good one when you're sitting in front of the TV when you're to wrap with that yarn, because that's the most time consuming part of that wreath. But it really wasn't. It didn't take that long. So see, we have these ends, and now we're just trying to cover it up with this petal. And I have to make 2 more for over here, because this is the other side. Wow, I cut, I think, just enough petals. I guesstimated that pretty darn good. Let's see. Make sure I'm doing the right side. Yeah, but when I had posted something on Facebook, some of the materials, I mean, that dog paw thing that post went crazy, and everybody was showing me all their wreaths, and I got the best inspiration and tips from people that have made their own. And I wanted to do the one with the material, which I think is cute. People do them with or without the material, but I like it with the material. Yeah, I really think that Turbo needs his own business page, his own. Oh, I think people would love. I follow all kinds of pug pages, and they are the funniest pages. And then when I see what their pug's doing, I'm realizing, okay, that is a pug thing for sure, because normal dogs don't do some of these things that pugs do. Like, he's very stingy with his kisses. Every dog I've had, or any dog I know, you get, close to them, they're just licking you all over. You have to, like, pretty much beg for a kiss from him. He's very stingy with his kisses. Oh, thank you, Lori. He is just, oh, I just love him so much. It's been a journey, because when you go into something like that, I knew nothing about pugs, and just all the stuff I'm learning is just so fun. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and we'll just make a couple little adjustments with these that are flying. All right, I think we're coming with a couple more. I mean, we probably don't have to. I got these, which I thought would be kind of pretty. See, this is a lot different because it's a lot bigger shape. Could do. Let's come in with some more. I didn't know if we're gonna do flowers or we're going to just do a big bow with some flowers hanging out the side. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out as we go along. Let me add just a few more. And let's add, let's see here. We'll do another 1 and 3. Oh, I think I'm one piece of mesh shy of what I want to do. Darn it. Looks like we're going to have to cut another piece. I was close, but one piece off. I need to get an extension cord for that little spot. It's like the hardest spot to reach down and plug in. Okay, let that warm up while we're doing these last pieces here. So we'll do, uh-oh, somebody wants in. I can't believe he stayed out there as long as he did. Usually he's in here the whole time. Turbo, you coming in?
What you say hi?
You coming in? Huh? Yeah? Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. See, that's another thing with the pug. So I'm saying come here, and I'm doing my fingers, and he won't come. he just won't do anything that you want him to do. It's got to be on his terms. Come here. Come here. No. There you go. Come here. Come here. Oh. So this is Turbo. If you don't know Turbo, you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi? See, watch. This is what I mean. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. See? He won't give kisses. That's the funniest thing to me. Because what dog wouldn't be licking all over your face? He's very stingy with his kisses, huh, Turbo? Oh, sorry, I didn't scroll. I'm missing a lot of messages here. Ah, da-da. Mary, sorry, all the messages, I was missing them. Mary, you just joined. Yes, you can always watch the replays anytime on the YouTube channel. Except for this replay, it'll take till tomorrow to upload to my channel. So tomorrow it'll be there. You can watch any of my other tutorial or any of my other lives. And you can always access my step-by-step tutorials under the video tab. Yeah, see, Vito and Lucy, they love to kiss, right? It's like most dogs. This one is like, he just doesn't give kisses. Elizabeth, you've had 2 fawn pugs. Aw, they're so fun. Everyone says he needs a buddy, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. Yeah, he is hilarious. That's what I... He's a stubborn little thing. He won't give kisses. Occasionally he'll give my husband kisses, and I'm like, oh, so you give him kisses but not me? Hey, Robstar Dallas. Welcome, friend. Welcome. Debbie. Hi. I know it's not Thursday. This was an extra live that I scheduled because I had promised everyone that I was going to see what this angel wings look like on the 17-inch wreath frame. And I always stick to my promises. I've had people asking if I've done it yet, and I hadn't, so I thought, you know what? Let's do it live. How you been, Rob Star Dallas? Debbie, are you staying warm? Been hearing about everybody's freezing temperatures. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it. Let's just end it. On the number 3. And then maybe we'll do one more on the number 1. Because I'm just trying to figure out, maybe we'll do it this way, the number 1. Let's do the middle bar. And then we'll flip it over and go back through everything that we've done. And all of this is going to be covered up anyways. You thought, no, Elizabeth, it's Wednesday. I know this. I am going live tomorrow as well at the normal time. This one I scheduled a little bit earlier because some of those got so late and I couldn't get to the gym and do some things that I like to do. So I thought I'd go in a little bit earlier tonight. You're having a heat wave, 30 degrees. Woo! Man, yeah. That's better than 15 or 20 below. You should get a St. Bernard to cuddle up with. Oh, I bet they keep you so warm, Lori. Oh, I would just be cuddling like crazy with those two. Lori, I don't know if I missed, has Vito had another episode since last Thursday? Or since the week's gone by? Or has he been pretty good? Because I know he's got on that other medicine. Who won't? Yeah, because Henry's too busy. He's got a lot of stuff to do. He's a very active cat. I do miss having a cat though. We always had cats, so this is the first time I haven't had a cat. Since let's see, his last seizure was January. Okay, good. I'm glad he hasn't had one since. So maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, that other medication that he's on is helping with all that. Okay, this is what we have so far, and those are pretty darn big. Now, I was going to cut some more. Now, what? Did I make it all the way around? Let's see here. Huh. Let me count. Hold on. $21. Oh, yeah, we have 21 on each side. So that I didn't have to cut more mesh. Oh my gosh, I cut exactly enough petals that we needed. That's pretty good judgment there. Okay, but were we going to add some more was the question to cover up the center. Now, you could, if you wanted to, I mean, you really can't see the red too much, but you could spray paint. You could always spray paint this wreath frame if you wanted to. Okay, hold on. Let me just take another peek over here. All right. So, gotta figure out what we're gonna do in the middle. It's kind of different shaped in the front here. Kind of should have got 2 bundles of flowers. I like these little bundles. I got these from Michael's yesterday. They're on sale. And they just have everything bundled so pretty. It's like you almost don't even have to take it apart. It's so pretty. But I wish I would have got 2 of these. I got the frame from Hobby Lobby, Debbie, that was in the Valentine section, and it was a 17-inch. This is the first year I've seen them. And I've never... Lori, I love that. That just cracks me up every time. He thinks my new blanket is a cat or something. He's getting delirious. Well, that's how my cat was. She wasn't a cuddly cat at all. She had one person, and that was my middle son, and everybody else, she wasn't that kind of cat. She tolerated us, but she wasn't that I'm gonna purr and be all cuddly on your lap kind of cat. Okay, so at this point, just debating if I want to add a couple more petals. I think I want to make 2 more petals, so I'm going to cut 2 more pieces here. Just really quick. And that way we can fill up just a tiny bit more where we're going to embellish it. Yeah, he's adorable. Henry is so cute. She'll send me pictures of him peeking through the wreaths that she's making, and in her ribbon, on her ribbon storages, and she's so cute. Okay. This is the part where I always get nervous. Let me just, I'll get that out of the way in a minute. Let's make 2 more petals here. And then you're going to have to bear with me till we figure out how we're going to embellish this. Henry needs a girlfriend. You need to take Henry on the kayak with you, Debbie. Okay, so I just made 2 more. And I think I want to place these. Let's see here. I'm going to place it down here so it's kind of filling in this little gap, this little space right here. And I'll just angle it down that way. Give it a fuller look here. And if you're watching my channel right now and you're not subscribed, you can always hit that subscribe button right down below. I never know how many are here with us until after the live is over. And that's the exciting part, is when the live's over, I'll get the analytics. It'll tell me like how many people were here and how many new subscribers. So sometimes I don't know. Not everybody leaves messages in the chat. So if you happen to be new to my channel, just hit that subscribe button right down below. Hey, Better Left Unsaid, welcome. Welcome. I decided to come on and do this extra live, but I'll still be going live tomorrow as well. I just wanted to see what this was going to look like on the 17 inch. I wanted to compare it with the 12 inch and see. All right. And we're going to do that same thing on the other side, and we'll just kind of fill in this little gap. And you can always spread your petals apart as you're shaping your wreath at the end. Fill up any spaces that you want to look a little more full. And we're ending it right before this crossbar here. Belinda, so what the wood burner tool does, it is an amazing crafting tool. And what it does is it seals the edges. So when you're cutting it, it's sealing the edges. Does it completely reduce the fraying? No. Does it help a lot? Yes. And especially this kind of mesh, it's going to fray, and also poly burlap. Like unless you're doing a design where it's the no fray petal or something, you need to use the wood burner tool, or the poly burlap is just gonna fray. And so that's what it does. It helps to seal the edge, and it's a great tool. You can cut with most mesh. You can't use it with the ones that have the fiber or that go through. But you could do a lot of things with it. And I'm gonna be showing you. I know I've been talking a lot about this, but I'm trying to get everything ready so we can move on to some of these different projects. But I'm going to be showing you different ways that you can use that wood burner tool to fuse different mesh on top of each other and to create different colors. And we're going to be doing that with taking regular mesh, Deco mesh, and fusing it onto poly burlap mesh. And I'm going to be doing some fun things. We're going to be doing some dahlia flowers, and we're going to create our own color palette by fusing. So it's a great investment. I have this, it's called a hot shot holder, and this is by Susie's Wreaths and Things, and I always leave it, the link to in the comment of all my tutorials or in the description section. This is a great holder because these come with like a little wire holder, and I always got so nervous that this thing was going to fall on me and burn me. And so it has the little no slip feet, and I love this. So yes, I highly recommend investing in one of these. I have these, the one I use linked in my Amazon store. It's the Weller. They're very inexpensive. And you also have to cut on a tempered glass, and that's what this is. And that's linked in my Amazon store too. And then you just put it over your crafting mat, and then you have the measurement guides that you can see through. Sonia, where are the ideas for using this piece that you are making? Where are the ideas? I have a few different ones on my YouTube channel. I've made a different heart wreaths. I've done one with poly burlap, and I've also done one on the Dollar Tree heart frame, and then I just did one which we're going to compare it on the 12-inch. So we're going to hold them up next to each other, and so we could see the difference. But now we finished the wreath part, so let me get this tempered glass out of here. Yeah, so this is going to help with the fray, and that is the main reason why you cut with the wood burner tool, is to seal those edges and to help with the fray. Because if I just cut this, all of these ends, like those ends would be fraying right now. And it happens. And so this just helps to reduce it. And it's actually really fun to work with too. So let me get all this stuff put away. Oh wait, we're still gonna need some zip ties. I'm not gonna need all those zip ties, but let's just leave those here. Let me move some of these big ones out of the way. Sorry, my zip ties got all scattered and everything's a little unorganized right here with my zip ties. So we talked about that dog paw wreath. Just can't use it on jute. Nope, can't do it on anything like that. I wanted to show you, we talked about the dog paw wreath, and I promised I would show you what, this is a tutorial that's coming real soon. This will be on February 1st. So I'm doing a black one for turbo. So you, basically, this is what they are. Like I said, I don't have it all done, but I got to connect these, and then you connect the paws on, you know, all four of them there, and it makes a cute little dog paw wreath. And then I'll add a little bow, and then I have a little welcome. We'll add that on there somewhere. So this is going to be really a really fun one. And Debbie, I don't know if you're still doing craft shows, but I think that this one would be a very popular one at craft shows. And I'm going to do a kitty cat version of it too. So I'm excited that I finally got to do that, because it's been on the list for a long time, and sometimes it's hard to get to that list. All right, so I like this so far. It's coming out really nice. So now at this point, you embellish it however you want. So let's figure out some things. This is the kind of thing that kind of takes me a little bit, so you're going to have to bear with me when it comes to embellishments. I originally got these, but I just feel like, I mean, you really could just go like something like this and call it a day. Really? That is pretty. There's a lot of things you can do. Let's see here. We do a beautiful hydrangea with some greenery. Could add something like that. That would be really pretty. That would be really pretty. Or you could do a combination of a bow and florals. Hi, Lori. Let's see. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any messages. Let's see here. Oh yeah, shoot, Tanya, she would love that. And then you can like, I did black because Turbo's black, but you can find the yarn for like, you know, make it the color of the dogs. And Amy, we just did all the feathers. And I if you want, I could show you. I have to cut a couple more pieces. Antonio, yes, this will be, you can always watch the replays of my lives. It does take overnight to upload to my channel. So tomorrow you can watch this replay. And, but Amy, if you can always look at any of I have angel wing tutorials on my YouTube channel. You can check out those. I can show you too really quick. I could just cut with I'll show you just real quick before we embellish this. But yeah, so we're gonna figure out the embellishment. I want to make a bow because I kind of thought it would be nice to make a bow for the center. So let's do that and just kind of play around with how we're going to embellish it. I do like the soft pinks though. I think that would be really pretty. So I've been trying to come up with a better option for the centers. And I didn't have time, but I thought it would be nice to add a floral block right here. And then you could just put your flowers in there. I think that would make this part really easy. Otherwise, what I do is I just zip tie my florals to what's left here in the center. So, yeah. And then I was trying to come up with, I think what I'll do is when I do the angel ring wreaths where I said you can do the petals with the curve on the inside or the curve on the outside. I think I'll try the curve on the outside and then figure out a way to add a picture frame. I think that would be a good tutorial to do. I was thinking maybe, because we could secure that right there, and then you could put the picture frame on top and then have the floral foam to put your flowers coming out. That's kind of what I was thinking. Something like that. So anyway, let's which I'll probably end up doing that. I like that idea, sticking the flowers in like that. So let me warm up my glue skillet because I feel like I would rather probably do that. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. This is how it is when you're watching me live. I'm like a squirrel. Let me, yeah, those are too small. I would have had to get 2 of those. Let's make the bow and then go from there. And then we can add some greenery out the sides. We can add the bow in the middle and some different florals. So let's do that. I want to make a bow. And if not, if I don't like the bow, I think I'm going to do these soft pinks in there. I think those would be really pretty. Yes, some darker leaves. Yep, I have some fern. Would be fun. And I always like to use lamb's ear in the angel wings. I think that's really fun to use. Okay, let's make a bow first. Get all my stuff put away here. Lori. It's hard to do two things at once. Yes, I like the soft pinks too, Elizabeth. I love soft pinks. So pretty. Okay, let's see here. I've had this ribbon. I actually used it last year. And I thought it was really pretty. I thought it would look good for this wreath. So let's move things out of the way. Let's bring out the bow maker. Amy, you can always just go hit the subscribe button right down below and it will take you there. But it's Hollie Hobbies 476. But it makes it really easy on the lives when they just have that subscribe button right there below. And you'll see, if you go under the video tab, you could scroll down. This February will be my 4th year, so there's quite a few seasons on there. And that's why I do a lot of the automations on Facebook, because people, it's hard for them to find the tutorial, because you've got to scroll for some of them. So that's why I set up those automations, because it takes them right to the tutorial. Okay, so we're just gonna make a bow. That's it. I'm trying to think. I think I'm just gonna make a simple bow with the 1.5 inch. I'm not gonna get too crazy. And let's just see what it looks like, okay? This is the part that it just takes me a while to decide these kind of things when it comes to embellishments. I'm not one of those that can just whip out the embellishments, because it's a process for me. But this ribbon I absolutely fell in love with last year. It's from Hobby Lobby. And look, it was in the Easter section. That's what it was. And it's just so pretty. And I thought it would make a pretty bow. It's got these little gold foil dots. And I really like it. I have not seen her wing wreath boards. No. I've seen one. I don't know who it was from, if it was from Wreaths of Joy, or I've seen the one with the wire mesh, but I haven't seen her wreath boards. If you want to share it with me in YouTube under the community tab, you can share pictures. I'd love to see it, because people are always asking me how to, if they can't find the carrot wreath frames, which is how I've done one of the angel wings, and then the other ones I do on the hearts. But you love to create bows with greenery and floral. I think they look so pretty with the greenery and the floral. I agree. So let's just see what we can come up with here. Move this out of the way. But yeah, I think that is a great thing if you can make those yourself. Or, have an access, because more people ask about the angel wing, or they can't find the hearts or the carrots, and it's nice to have options for the wreath boards. These scissors are getting dull. I need to get some. Unique in the Creek. Yeah, they're from Canada. Well, I've seen, I don't know if they have the angel wing boards, but I've seen a designer that that added these. Where were those at? I thought I had one here. That made angel wings with these, but she zip tied them on the heart wreath frame, and it was really beautiful. But there are a lot of options, yes. But I really like the hearts, and I think when I'll show you the Hobby Lobby 12-inch one because I have it hanging here in my studio. But to me, I think that was my favorite. I think I prefer that one over the Dollar Tree heart. I have the Dollar Tree one up there, and I like the look of that one. This ribbon is really pretty. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. Darn it. I meant to do something else. Sorry. It's a process. I don't know what I was thinking. I meant to do a different style. I hope they have this ribbon again this year at Hobby Lobby, because I really love it. I think I have another roll of it somewhere. My scissors are getting dull. I gotta stop using them on things I shouldn't use them on. I don't understand the candy cane though. How they get the other one. The candy cane frames. How do you reverse the one? That's what I don't understand. Do you cut it and then zip tie it back together? Because I've been staring at my candy canes trying to figure that out, and that's the only thing I could just secure tops. But when you flip it over, does it still work with it being concave? How one side is like concave and the other side's not? That's what I don't understand when it comes to that one. And somebody I think said that you bend it. Who has the video for that one? A round and an oval. Well, I can always look her up, Tina, too, if you can't post a picture there, because I know it's a little people had a hard time figuring out how to do that with it's like a couple things you have to do to post on that community tab. But I will check out her. Does she have a YouTube channel? Because I have that's what I don't understand. Yeah, I just don't quite get that concept. I mean, I get it with the arches, but I don't know how you would do the other one. Oh, they have, yeah. Oh, hey, Shannon, how you doing? Have you been here? Or did I miss you coming on? Yeah, so they have the flat candy cane boards, which would make that easy to do easier, I think. But I love, like I said, the one that did on Unique in the Creek, she zip tied these to the end of the heart. And oh, her angel wings were so gorgeous. So pretty. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, Shannon, I'm sorry. I didn't see that you were here. Because some of these messages, I miss them when I'm looking down. Welcome, friend. This was an extra day because I was telling everybody I made a promise that I was going to do the angel wings on the 17-inch so we could compare. And so I've been trying to hit the ground running and get everything done, and I didn't want to move on without trying this on the 17-inch. So here I am. Here we are. You guys have to bear with me during the embellishment process. Because sometimes that could take me a really long time off camera. It's my favorite thing, but it can take some time because I'm always changing it out. I know, Tanya, I love this ribbon. Like I said, look for it. It's usually in the Easter section at Hobby Lobby, and I got it one year and I am in love with this ribbon. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's got this gold metallic little dots on it. And it's just gorgeous. And I love that ombre colors. And I thought it would go really pretty with our angel wing wreath here. All right, let's see what this looks like in the wreath. Well, I'll have to check it out. I'm not, yeah, I don't know about the candy canes, but I've always wanted to do one with the candy canes. Because I bet they'd be really big and beautiful. But I love doing them on the carrot, using those, the carrot frames, and I have a lot of carrot frames because I stock up on those because I love carrot wreaths, and I like using those for those angel wing wreaths too. Susan, I think there's a way that you can, you could close the comments out and the screen will fill up. I think there's like 3 dots or an X that you X out the comments. Yes, Better Left Unsaid. That's how I learned from Crooked Tree Creations how to do the wreath form with the carrots, and to do I did her angel wings, her ombre angel wings, and they make gorgeous, 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 very big wings. So yeah, there's a lot of different wings out there that you can do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to either or turn sideways. Is it looking different, Debbie, than it normally does? I don't know, because I can't see all that from my end. I mean, this isn't the best quality ribbon, but it's beautiful. And we're going to make it work. I just love those little gold dots. So pretty. I definitely want to get some more if they have it in the Easter ribbon. But I think this is going to look really pretty with our design. Oh, thank you for helping out, Better Left Unsaid. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. And I was going to ask everyone too, Now, all my lives that I do so far have been vertical lives. And so I don't know where you all watch me from, if you're watching from a mobile device or you're watching me from the television, because I can do a horizontal format as well. And I haven't tried the horizontal format yet, but that format would work better if you're watching it from your television, because it's going to fill up the whole screen, whereas the vertical format is better for mobile devices. So I didn't know if maybe you guys wanted me to try a different format and see if that would be better for you with viewing and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we have a fluffy bow, and I just love, look at those colors. Oh, I love anything ombre. I love ombre. So let's see, you watch from your cell, but you'd like to watch from your TV. The other way you can read better and see the video. So I was thinking, for just to test it out, maybe tomorrow we'll test out the horizontal format and see what that might look like. I know that there is a way where you can stream both horizontal and vertically, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. I think it's something new that YouTube just released to certain people. So I got to figure all that out, but maybe tomorrow. So the vertical is good for your phone. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Most people probably see it on the phones or like your iPad, and then the horizontal wouldn't look as good in there. I got this ribbon, Trina, from Hobby Lobby. I got it last year, but they have it every year in the Easter ribbon section, the seasonal section. All right, so this is what I was thinking. We would add our bow and have these flowing tails. And then, like somebody else suggested, we could, ooh, I like the bow. I haven't, well, I guess I have done a bow. I did a bow flowers in one of them. But I definitely like, I think we're going to do the bow. And we'll get these tails all figured out here in a minute. Say, don't mess up my mesh ribbon. This is the kind of stuff that can make your mesh start to yeah, just let me know in the comments, and then we'll decide if I'm gonna switch it up. I've always done it this way, and it's what's worked for me, so I'm kind of nervous to switch it to a different format, but I don't know. I know that it goes out to different, it gets pushed out differently, the horizontal and the vertically. So I don't know. Like I said, this works very good for me. So okay, so we're going to add our bow, and let's add some greenery. I love to use lamb's ear in my angel wings wreaths. But there's a lot of things that we can use. Let's see here. We can add some of these. That would be pretty. Ooh, that would be pretty. And then I have some lamb's ear. I think it's up here. Some lamb's ear, which is always pretty, and these kind of wreaths. So, or we can add some fern. Kathleen, it's okay. You can always watch the replay. It just takes overnight to upload to my channel, and then you can watch the replay anytime. We'll clip these tails here in a minute. Okay, so anyway, let me just I gotta focus. I get a little unfocused when it comes to this kind of stuff. It takes me a while. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, you can always, that's what I love about doing my lives on YouTube, because Facebook, they only stay on there for 30 days and then they're gone. And YouTube, they're on there forever. So it's like all the hard work stays on there. It doesn't get washed away. So I like that about that. Wow, this is a nice little bundle. Some of these I don't even remember. I pulled out from my stash, my spring summer stash. But let's just play around, okay? You are going to have to, this is from Hobby Lobby. Gonna have to bear with me, because like I said, this part takes me time. Let's do some of these. I always love lamb's ear. That's one of my favorites. This is where I need that little steamer. Just fluff up my leaves and stuff. I don't know if I want that. This is what I put on one of mine before. I had these coming down. I'm just playing around at this point. But I'll figure it out. Let's see. Fern. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab some fern and see what that looks like in here too. Yeah, I think so too, Shannon. I don't think we even really need much more than the bow, but I do want to maybe just add some little flowers coming out. Just a few, just to give it a little pop. I don't know if I want this lamb's ear right now. Let's try this. I think this would be pretty. Don't ask me the names, because I don't know the names of everything. Yes, Belinda, and that's what's so great about all of these kind of wreaths, is that you can customize them for any season of the year. Pretty much any tutorial that you see me do, you could switch out the mesh, you can switch out the sign, you could make it for whatever season of the year. This is pretty. It's got the little pink flowers on it. Sharon, I am starting to sell, I'm starting to sell a little bit more. I kind of stopped and took a lot of things out of my Etsy store, but I'm starting to embrace selling again, and I'm probably going to start selling certain ones, and the angel wing wreath is one that I will probably I haven't listed it yet, but I think I'm going to keep that in my Etsy store. I will have this listed in my Etsy store when we're done. And yeah, and I have had some people message me about orders, and I think I could be willing to do a few orders for sure. I just don't want to take on too many orders. That's why I'll list them in my Etsy store, and if it's sold out, it's sold out. Or if I feel like I'll replace, you know, another item, because I just don't want it to take away from me creating my tutorials. Let's see here. Just gonna play around. I'm probably gonna add a little bit of this in the sides, and I think that's going to be about, I don't want to do too much. I think we're going to do something like that. And, you know, and I think I will, yeah, and you could cut, when I list my angel wing wreath, if someone wants, you know, to customize it, I can do that as well. Sorry, am I missing? Let me grab a little fern just to see what that might look like. I love fern. Yes, I could, Shannon, for sure. So yeah, I just started to list a few things again. I know I told people that I wasn't focusing on that, but I decided that I'm going to start listing again, giving my Etsy store a little bit more love. But my main focus is my tutorials, but yes, I can make and sell some things as well. I just love fern. Sharon, I don't discuss any money on my channel, so you can always message me and we could discuss pricing there. And I will have them in my Etsy store. I just haven't had time to list my other angel wing, but I was going to list that one as well. And they're kind of different prices depending on which ones. Like I have one that's very, very intricate, the one that's done on the carrot wreath, and that one is a lot more expensive than, say, this one, because that one is a lot of prep, it's a lot of material, and it's a lot more intricate than this one. Okay, so do you think we should do the fern or no fern? Ooh, that looks pretty when I hold it up like that. I can see it in the camera. Let's see. Yeah, so just, you can always private message me. Anybody that has questions about selling or buying, I always ask just to private message me, because I don't like to discuss that in the Facebook chat or on, you know, something like this. So yeah, just message me and I will give you all the prices and all that kind of stuff. Carol, you said your burlap Valentine wreath with the red roses. I asked if it would be able to put roses. Oh yes, did you end up adding it to both sides? That's the fun part, is you can do whatever you want. You could fill that thing up. I think in the tutorial at the end, because I was kind of torn if I wanted to leave it with the 3 or add, and so I kind of did both. So I took a picture of both in the tutorial to show different. Bye, Shannon. I'll post it tomorrow. You think okay, we're gonna add the fern. All right, let's do it. I really like the bow in the middle. I'm loving the bow. And I'll show you my other one too. That's I'm going to list in my Etsy store because we're going to compare these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bow off here. And then we're going to add all the florals first. And this is where I thought that block, that foam block would be a great thing to do. Then you can just add put that block right there and add all your florals right into the block. So I'm gonna try that on my next one, but this one I'm just going to zip tie them to the frame. Yeah, let's spread this out. Yeah, I think that fern gives it a nice pop there. And this is just the part that I always tell everybody in my tutorials, just have fun with this part. Like just kind of get in that zone. There's nothing like when you're in that creative zone and you're mixing flowers and colors, and that's the part that really excites me. It just takes me a little while to figure out which way I like to do things. Sometimes this part can take longer than the actual making the wreath for me. I always admire those designers that can just whip it out. It's a process for me. I have to really sit and play around with different things to get it how I like it. But this is what makes it nice. You just zip tie everything right to the frame and you don't see anything. You did the burgundy burlap. On the top left over here, because I think it's the opposite. Oh, you're probably thinking right back here, huh? Don't ask me the names of the flowers. I just, if it's pretty, I'll get it. No, I know hydrangeas. I know peonies, roses, of course. But I like to get the bundles from Hobby Lobby when they go on sale, because I know some of those bundles are expensive even when they're on sale, but you get so many different flowers on them. And then I'll just cut them and pick apart the flowers, and you really get a lot of variety on those bundles. So I'm a big fan of... Where'd it go? Like the bundles like this, the big bundles, like you get so much. I mean, look at that. I might even add that in here too. That's pretty. Your eye was drawn there. Better left unsaid. Did you figure out the name of it? The top left of my head on the red bundle. I think are you talking about this one? I think that is a ranuncula. That might be a ranuncula, which is another one of my go-tos. I love the ranunculas. All right, we're almost done here, and we're going to be finished. This will be my quickest live. Usually my lives get a little carried away. Like last live, I thought, okay, this is going to be a quick one. And that ended up being my longest live. I think that was like 3.5 hours. I couldn't believe it when I got off because I'm not really looking at the time when I'm doing this. Oh, I love it. Yeah, Debbie's the flower girl. She has the most beautiful flowers at home. I don't know how you have the energy to keep all that up, Debbie. That is a lot of work to keep those flowers gorgeous like that every year. Oh, I forgot about the pink ones. I meant to put those in before the other ones. See if we can squeeze that in here. But you got all kinds of room to work with what we have left on the frame to secure everything. We are getting there. And then we're going to add the bow. Debbie. And let's add a little more pink on this side. Meant to put those first, but we'll make it work here. Did you guys figure out the flowers? So yeah, I think the picture frame would be really pretty in the center as well with your florals. Wouldn't that be pretty? Like you can add your loved ones, their favorite flowers, colors. Probably should have added a little bit more fern. I'm working backwards here. Let me just try to bring in a little bit more fern. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that in there at this point. Okay. All right. Bye, Lori. We'll see you later. Say hi to Carl. All right, we're going to add this bow. And let's add this right in the center, or we could just wrap it right around. I need to make the bow a little bit higher here. Hold on, let me turn it this way so I can see it better. Need to keep the bow up a little bit higher, so I'm going to secure it to the crossbars, that last crossbar before the V, and that should give it the nice height that I'm looking for. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, yep, that's gonna work good right there. I don't want to lay it down because it's gonna smush my bow. I know they do, Jackie. They look so real. It's crazy how they've made the flowers. Oh, thank you, Debbie. All right, so let's get everything fluffed out. I need to get rid of these zip ties. They're just gonna end up on the floor here. I'm usually not this unorganized with all this kind of stuff, but they all spilled in the drawer. And we can't waste zip ties. Okay. I'm going to trim some of these tails here. You know what? That might look cute if we curled these. Let's just see what it looks like. Hi, Lori. Welcome back. We're just finishing up here. Just want to just see what those, ooh, I like that. So I think I'm going to curl the other two, too. I like the curly ribbon. Boy, we're almost done. Under 2 hours. Or wait. Oh, I forgot I started at 3. So I've been trying and I just can't get these lives shorter because you know what? Crafting takes time. It's a process. I forgot. I usually start at 4 on Fridays. Or I mean on Thursdays. All right. Let me just hold on before I give you the final results. Let me just fix some things up here. All right, we're almost ready to wrap this design up. And then I'm going to show you the other one and we'll compare it. I like it with that ribbon and the curls. And we could trim some of those tails down. But and then you could just kind of adjust if your wings are touching, just adjust your. It's really big. I have to, let me hold up my other one and we'll compare. So this is the one that was done on the 12-inch, and this is the one, I will have both of these listed in my Etsy store, and you could see the difference on the 17-inch. And you can always just adjust any petals around. So it's definitely quite a big difference there in size. So there it is. I hope that you had fun watching the angel wing done in person. And make sure that you keep your eyes out for these frames. It was... I've never seen them there before. They were in the Valentine's Day section at Hobby Lobby. And I'm sure if your Hobby Lobby has them, they'll be clearanced out right now. But you can always, if you can't find them this year, just keep your eye out. And you'd probably be able to find them online, I would think, as well. I'll have to adjust it. Once I get it on the wall, I can adjust the petals and everything. So I hope that you had fun joining me tonight in crafting these beautiful angel wings. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. It'll take you right to my channel, and I release new tutorials every week, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I go live every week as well. This week I've gone live today, and I will be going live tomorrow at my normal time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I hope you'll come over there tomorrow night and join me as well. And I just had a great time, and I really appreciate your love and support. It means so much to me, and I hope to see you all next time. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies. From my heart to yours. Bye. Turbo says bye.